Welcome to Reality After Show coverage of Destination X USA Season 1, Episode 7. Bobby, the clues were there all along. Were they?
Okay, we've been asking for this show to kind of spice it up a little for a while, right? To kind of give us some random place to bring people. Venice isn't a random place. Like Venice is a big, well-known city.
Yeah, but we've already done Italy, so why would that be back on your list?
Exactly. Why would that be back on your list? But also,
when none of the clues told you Italy whatsoever.
Nothing gave you anything close to that.
No.
Like the thing at the end where they're explaining like all the clues they did give are the most obscure. Like, who would have in their right mind ever come close to that kind of thing?
Yeah, no, that was insane.
It was like, who could have won this? Like, it doesn't, like, Rick got super lucky that he just happened to guess like the closest clue that they could have possibly given him, and it was
but Peter was away. Yeah, Peter was closer.
Oh yeah. So it was insane.
Right, well, we're south of Salzburg, which is 270 miles away from Destination X this week, and Rick says, "Hey, Pilot Pete, good job. That was the only way to get rid of Mac." And I'm like, "Wow, Rick, way to be a dickhead."
It's true though. Like, I bet you Mac would have got Venice right away, right? Like Mac was so on it with everything, even though even Rick, who's been very on it, couldn't get it. I feel like Mac would have had this predicted and had it down.
Yeah. Well, Biggie was taking it hard because Mac was going to be his future wife. Once again, do not think that Mac is Biggie's type.
I think Mac kind of clarified that in our interview. If you guys haven't seen it, check out our exit interview with Mac when we kind of asked her about how that Biggie Mac relationship would have gone down.
She didn't double down on I did a deep dive on her Instagram, and I feel
Did you?
I feel a lot of questions were answered.
Okay. All right. Yeah. She didn't specify anything, but she made it clear it was more friend zone for sure.
I think so. All right. Well, they all know that they're going south. This part we have all figured out, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Goggles on, goggles off. It is a clear river for those of you paying attention, and it is the last untamed river in all of Europe, according to Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Beautiful river. I mean, looking at that, I was like, oh, I want to get in that water. Like, for how hot it is over here right now, I was like, that water looks amazing to just jump in.
Yeah. So, and if you win this challenge, there's a postcard with allegedly 3 clues. Only look like 2, which if you only saw 2 clues, leads you to the third answer, which is the wrong place. Which this is the worst. But don't worry, they are kayaking to get there. And Rick was just canoeing last week because Rick has a new job. He's a professional canoeer.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, we're gonna talk about this. Rick is now former FBI or something like that.
Canadian FBI. Yeah.
Yes. He owns a Waffle House or IHOP or whatever it may be.
Sure.
That has struggled since COVID.
Yeah.
He's a professional bird watcher.
Yep.
What was the other thing that he said?
He's a runner.
He's a runner. Oh yeah. He's a sprinter runner. Former athlete.
He's a professional sound analyst.
And now he is a part-time professional canoeer on the weekends in Canada.
Yes, in Canada.
So what can we put a bet out there? What is Rick's next career venture that we're gonna find out in the next episode?
Possibly liar.
I think we're gonna see former stripper.
Oh wow.
Rick.
Sure.
Former Chippendales, Canadian Chippendales. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Which tracks.
Yeah. So our teams are Rick and Shane, Biggie and Pilot Pete, and Janae and Allie. Confessional, which is so amusing.
Nope, it
Did I lose you, or is she not amusing?
I lost everything you just said, but go ahead and say it again.
Janae is with Allie. She says girl power. And I said, she's so amusing.
Yeah.
I don't find her to be that amusing.
No. Janae's commentary throughout this episode really left a lot of, this is Janae's boot episode, but also just Janae is trying to be funny and it's not really coming across that way at times.
Nothing lands. All right. Let's see. Biggie's often referred to as Biggie Phelps, but he says that's not true. That is a lie. He is not Biggie Phelps. And
I mean, we didn't even see him in the water. Like, how can you call yourself Biggie Phelps and we're not even seeing you actually swimming? By the way, did it worry you that if one of them fell in, they were just going to go downstream forever? Because like that water was moving pretty quick.
Well, it's fine because Janae had her helmet properly sized to the side of her head, like Adebisi's stocking cap on Oz.
When I saw that, I was like, girl, if you fall and like land on your head, there's no saving you. Like, just move it over. Who's that helping? Yeah,
it was a look. So, well, Rick is happy that Shane is strong. He wishes Shane had a little more brain. Did he really say that? Yes, he did. Janae is curious if Elton John is black.
Oh man, is it because the name's Elton?
Oh wow, I didn't think about that.
Like she can't be thinking, there's gonna be a white guy named Elton, right? But in England,
I forgot about Elton Brand, the basketball player. That's probably the only other. Well, no, I'm thinking Elton Blue. No, it was Elwood Blues. Yeah, you know what? Elton John may be the only white Elton.
Is there another white Elton? Like, let's be real. Like, I can't think of one. There's Elton on the Challenge, but like, is there another Elton?
That's not Elton. That's Alton.
Oh, sorry, Alton. Sorry, I'm not a big Challenge guy. So
I know we're doing so. There. I think there's only two people ever named Elton. It's Elton John and Elton Brand.
Yeah. I mean, do you know?
Okay, well then you got a 50-50 shot of him being white.
Do you know an Elton in your everyday life?
Never.
Yeah. I know. I don't know of one either. Sorry, Penelope trying to jump in here.
Madonna never wrote a song about no bridge.
Who knows these things and like these most obscure references?
Well, I knew Bridge Over Troubled Waters, and
yes,
I knew,
of course,
over the Bridge. So I did not. I was not sure about Elton John, but I would have guessed Madonna. I think.
I knew Bridge Over Troubled Waters. Everything else, I would have had no idea.
Under the Bridge, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I would probably know the song. I wouldn't know the name.
Oh my God! I mean, that's all right. Whatever. All right. Well,
here's the thing. I was a 90s kid. Not to say like obviously Red Hot Chili Peppers around that time. I know there's big songs, but I've never been a huge Red Hot Chili Peppers fan. Oh God, here we go. Record's coming. Go. So let's see Johnny pull out the Red Hot. You lost your wrestler. Oh yeah, big Red Hot Chili Pepper guy.
And I have more. I have a box set over there too.
People are gonna probably roast me in the comments, but like I have nothing against Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're good. They're talented. They're a California band, but it's not really my cup of tea.
I was on Pawn Stars selling a Red Hot Chili Peppers record.
You were on Pawn Stars?
Yes, I had the Red Hot Chili Peppers' first albums signed by the entire band. The guitar player Cliff Martinez wrote his address and phone number on the record sleeve, and the guy said it was a Rick episode, and then he brought in he knows a guy, so he brought in a guy, and he said it was worth $2,200, and I got $1,100.
Wow, and he actually sold it, huh?
Yeah, because it was worth $400. The show's a scam.
Okay. All right. But you actually got paid $1,100?
Yeah.
Nice. Great.
Because if they would have said it was worth $4 and given me $2, they would have only made $200. So his buddy lying and says we're $2,200. He gives me 11. They make 1,100.
I'm gonna have to watch this episode because that's wild to me.
Yeah, actually, it was on TV. What's called Ann Alford, who was on Naked and Afraid. She literally just messaged me yesterday. It was like I fell asleep with my TV on. I woke up. I heard a voice. I'm like, oh my god, I know that person. She goes, it was you on Pawn Stars. And she took
no way. Yeah. How long ago was this?
I don't know. I had short hair, so it's been a while.
Oh wow.
I was kind of fat. I'm like 20 pounds heavier.
Hey, I can't judge there. I'm 20 pounds heavier from when we started this podcast. So
yeah, but you're 5'2".
Yeah, I am 5'2". Fun fact is the
you're not 5'2".
Yeah, well, I'm not 5'2", but also that the son on Pawn Stars, I'm blanking on his name. He's actually would come to my bar pretty regularly, even though my bar is in Southern California. He was actually dating one of the women in the tribe, and they would come in all the time to my bar. His favorite drink, Tito's and soda with a lime. And very quiet guy, but it was just crazy always having him there because I used to watch this show all the time. What the heck?
Yeah, not Chumley, the other one.
The other one, yeah, the actual son.
Yeah.
But nice guy, very nice guy.
There we go. So, well, guess what? We're up to our second clue, and Ljubljana is not an island.
I would not know this place if it was in freaking, Southern California. I've never heard of this place.
Try spelling it.
Oh God, no. Oh no way. Yeah. When you start getting into those Eastern European countries, all of it is just like mixed in my head.
Right? It's just a bunch of letters.
Yeah, it's a bunch of letters. It's very all geographically. I couldn't tell you where anything is. People struggle with the states. I'm okay with states. I could not for the life of me tell you anything in Eastern Europe.
Yeah. So, marbles don't float. But guess what? Ice cubes melt. Duh, Jeffrey.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. So, well, guess what? Rick and Shane get them all right. Peter and Biggie get one right, and nailed it. Did not get any right.
They went in there with the most confidence too, right?
So much confidence that they will not be doing our exit interview tomorrow. That much confidence.
Unfortunately, that is true. Very bummed that we're not going to have Janae tomorrow, but
how did I guess that when we started the season? I feel like I literally said that before the first episode and she was on the preview. I was like, I guarantee she doesn't do the interview. Do
you think she went out like everything was fine, but do you think after the fact she's pissed off about the whole situation, or what? Why would someone not do exit press? I don't know. Just be honest.
Because they think they're better than that.
Huh?
Because they think they're better than that.
Maybe. Maybe she had to Love Island film. Who knows?
What the Love Island after the Villa starts this week.
Yeah, so maybe she's busy
promoting. Well, how about do your exit press for this and promote your other shit? We can talk about both things.
I don't know. I'm not in that world, but I will say, hopefully we get the guest we requested, and we will let you guys know as soon as we do. if we got the guest.
Jeffrey D. Morgan, get ready.
We did put that out there. Out there. Yeah.
We got a quicker note of that than Janae.
It was immediately. Actually, only contestants.
Yeah. Well, no, it was literally there's a sensor in her browser. Response. It says if you type Jeffrey D. Morgan's name, it will be the quickest automatic response ever. The answer is no forever.
Just in bold letters, just N-O.
Yeah, no. So, right,
would have been cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, Pilot Pete seems nice. All right. Well, we're
spoilers.
Rick and Shane, they win whatever there is to win here. I feel like it was a Love Island challenge. What did they win? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Was
Yeah,
this the most useless challenge like you could possibly win? Like,
I
what
felt
was
like it. It was a postcard, and it had Madonna on there. It was obviously marble, and obviously the most famous bridge in Venice, Bobby.
Yeah, because everyone knows that. Like, right? Like that's something everyone should know.
I've literally been under that bridge in a gondola.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. And you didn't even know it.
No, hell no. I didn't know it was a bridge.
I've never even been east of Minnesota, so I have no idea.
Yes.
I would just say this to give that and to like people already think, okay, we're obviously not going back to Italy, right? Like they've done Italy, that's done. So in their heads, you're instantly thinking, okay, Eastern Europe because we're headed south. Croatia, yeah, Slovenia, whatever it may be. But like to think, oh yeah, we're going back to Italy, and this bridge that you're showing us, this should be a dead giveaway of where we're going is insane.
Yeah.
Again, we've got some very smart people on this cast.
Well, no, I think they all knew they were going south, but I think they all knew that there's no way they're going back to the same country that they were already in.
Yeah, 100%. Right? It's
like, it's just like we really couldn't go outside of 5 countries.
Maybe there's jurisdiction on how many countries they can go to. I don't know. I have no idea. Like, so what are we gonna go back to freaking like France now?
Yeah, we're gonna do Berlin. We're gonna do is there even another city in France?
I don't even know of there's probably a big one that we're just not thinking of. But besides Paris, I can't think of like a big city in France.
Okay, hold on. Let's see.
I mean, I am sure it's like right in front of me. What is it? While we on the fly look up cities in France. Yeah. I guess
Marseille, Bordeaux, not
Bordeaux. Yeah. That could be something because of like the wine Bordeaux.
Okay, Marseille. That's 1 point. So Paris is 2 million. Marseille is 1.6 million. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, at this, oh, that zoomed in quick. So yeah, Versailles would make sense. I mean, Monaco. So from where they're at right now, they're in Venice, right? The floating city.
Monaco could be like there'll be like a racing thing, like Super Monaco GP was a big racing game.
Do you think they really throw them off right now and just go back to Slovenia after everyone just guessed Slovenia?
I don't know. Well, as poorly as Pilot Pete kind of sort of played, kind of sort of figured out, he was just like, hey, this doesn't make sense based on any of these garbage fucking clues. But I feel like we're back in Italy and we're right here. I mean, he pretty much guessed it without clues.
He's like, based on the location of the sun, we have to be in Eastern Italy. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yes. But not based on any of the worthless clues we were given today.
His little sun theory about like where the sun is located on that. How is that possible when you have shaded freaking windows the entire time? Like the only time you're outside is like 2 times in like 4 days.
I think they're outside. I think they get out to stretch.
Maybe it's from that double-decker bus that we still have many questions about.
Yeah, when they're walking from one bus to the other bus.
Yeah. Because I think that got pretty much debunked, right? That there's multiple buses. Like
we don't know because Kim was like, I don't know. Like Kim did not remember if the bus was a double decker or if there were 2 buses. Mac was the person to ask on that.
I know we really dropped the ball on that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
We'll have to.
I say we have Mac back if we can't get Pilot Pete.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love.
I think that's the plan.
That's the plan.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Well, guess what? We're on the bus. Bonds are being made, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
It's friendship time.
It's big friendship time. This literally, they could have just cut this part out, right?
I really wish I had not watched this part. Like
I just don't care.
I was like, I would have rather seen 10 more minutes of commercials than them talking about bonds and friendship.
and how Rick met his wife.
Yeah, I don't care.
And there's love out there for everyone. It would have been a great Love Island segment.
Would it have? I prefer them just saying I fuck with you and 100. Because that's all they say in any chat they're pulled for.
Yeah. No,
that's
for
every
sure.
conversation. I fuck with you.
I think
like imagine taking home I fuck with you. It's just like, hey dad, it's like, yeah, I hear you fuck with her. 100.
It's crazy that like us talking right now is already longer than that segment was, and how and better than that segment was.
It was. I wish Janae had pulled Rick for a chat and told him that she fucked with him. That would have been fun.
Rick would have been like, we don't use those words in Canada, eh?
Yeah. We'll talk. We'll get there next week. All right. We're 70 miles to Destination X. And Janae really wants the money so she can help her family and travel the world with her boo. Okay, so let's get this straight. So they're competing for $250,000, which is $125,000 after taxes.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants to travel the world with her boo. So that's not one but 2 plane tickets and transportation and food and plenty of beverages.
Exactly.
She is not going to help her family.
No, not at all.
That's a lie. That's there's nothing true about that.
That's for her to basically take a year off from work to travel with her boo, and that's about it.
But she's got 2 jobs. She's she's an influencer and a social media ambassador, which are the same thing.
Honestly, she probably makes more money than you would on this show.
She does make more money than that, than the $250,000. So why aren't you using that to help your family? We would ask her tomorrow, but she's not doing the interview.
Call back.
Probably scared that we would ask questions like this.
Yes. Sorry, Penelope's over here trying to crash the party. So, okay. My question for you too is with Rick. Rick, we got at the beginning all the, he's a bird watcher and the bird watching is going to help him figure out the destinations. We have not had one single bird incident. Like not one. He hasn't.
But we're seeing birds. We're seeing birds on B-roll.
On B-roll, but nothing with Rick.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry.
All right.
So go ahead.
All right. Well, guess what? Jeffrey says you're going to war, and we are at a post-apocalyptic vibe, Fortress City. Jeffrey Dean Morgan loves this. Where's his baseball bat?
Is it difference he's made so far this season?
What's that?
Is this the first Walking Dead reference he's made this season?
I think so. What was his baseball bat? Lucille?
Right? Yes.
Yeah. God, that was such a good episode. I hated Glenn. Were you a Glenn fan?
Okay, so I wasn't the biggest Walking Dead person. I did watch a couple seasons. And then my wife was really into it. As soon as they killed off Glenn, immediately stopped watching the show.
Oh, I like the show more when he killed Glenn.
I see. For me, the show just got too weird, right? Like it just kept going 20 different directions, and I was just like, all right, this is too much.
Yeah. So, oh well. All right. I stopped watching.
Did you watch the Last of Us?
Not yet.
Okay, that's a great.
That's what I keep hearing. So, but my fiance, she's not into anything like zombie related. So she doesn't like dinosaurs either. There's a lot of things she doesn't like.
So she's not going to Jurassic Park tomorrow.
She is not going to Jurassic Park with me tomorrow.
Gotcha. She's just not a big scary movie.
She goes, I don't like dinosaurs. I don't like jump scares. I don't like the T-Rex, who I know is going to show up at the end of every single movie, and I hate it when water moves.
Okay, well, she would hate this show. So she's just a big Exorcist fan, essentially.
No, she doesn't. So she doesn't like zombies. She doesn't like the devil. She likes John Wick. She's a big John Wick fan. Yeah.
John Wick is one of my favorite movies of all time. That whole series, like, is amazing.
And she liked Deadpool's 1 and 2, and then tapped out. Didn't care about 3.
And 3's like one of the best ones.
Too many inside jokes.
I mean, it is very much the same thing, cut and paste. But I did appreciate what they did in 3. For no spoilers out there for people.
Yeah.
I will say this: they better have him in the new freaking Marvel Avengers movie. Doomsday? We'll see. Yeah,
we'll see. Fingers crossed. So, all right. Well, it's 2 teams. It's Peter, Rick, and Janae versus Shane, Biggie, and Allie, and they're playing Battleship, kinda.
Not at all. Not at all, right? Like, this is more
right.
This is more like
it's kind of it is that is a loose interpretation of Battleship.
Yes, very loose interpretation of Battleship. There's like a gambling game that I'm forgetting what it's called, but it's just like this, where you have to just not land on the spot that has the thing. And that is what this is, not Battleship at all. Like, this is like for non-gamblers version of explaining that game.
Yeah. Well, Janae has a really good feeling about this. I feel I feel like this was a Star Wars reference.
Well, Biggie and his group, they had the right idea, right? If Shane didn't go off the rails and just decide to do his own thing, that is the strategy to this game. Because theoretically, you just have to get there before the other group. And if you just go in a straight line, that is the best way. Because then you don't have to worry about someone misstepping and not remembering the pattern. But also, it gives you the greatest chance to get to the end without doing it just random. However, it could backfire if they put multiple in the same row. That could absolutely backfire. But apparently, Shane is tapped in with the local ghosts in the area that gave him the knowledge of where to step.
Well, he talks through his left arm.
What was that?
I don't stop. Okay. Please.
How? What does this do? Is this something that we should all know?
I do know one thing. Allie won the outfit assignment.
Allie did win the outfit. Okay, but she has like 20 of those things. Do not.
It's okay.
Johnny's cool with it.
Yeah, it's fine. So Shane jumps last step. He's in, but he's out. Peter's out. Biggie wins. And hey, guess what? Much like on Love Island, when you win a challenge, you really win nothing. Their flag is raised in the center of town.
Sick. But
you don't get to see it.
I mean, thank God those people were safe because they got nothing from winning this. Also, if you're safe, like essentially that there's nothing else you need, right? Like you don't need the information.
Yeah. So and that town was that Croatia? We weren't even in Italy then, right?
I have no idea. Everything about this episode, I have no idea.
Even if you got to see your flag being flown in the center of town, that's not in the country that you're in.
No. And
yeah. Okay, just checking.
This is why this show is so confusing. Probably the reason why we have the numbers we have for this recap, because this, you're just not even making it almost entertaining, right? This wasn't entertaining. The clues you gave didn't let us play at home because who's going to know these most obscure references? And I can't really talk because we've been saying kind of go off the grid. I've been saying that from the beginning. I was like, oh, give us something obscure. But this is very vague. Very vague.
Bobby, the clues were there all along. It's literally the name of the episode.
Make it possible, though. This is not possible.
Yeah. All right. Well, guess what? The Rick, Pilot Pete, and Dana alliance is over because Rick tells Peter and Janae it's Croatia.
Yes. I mean,
to which Pilot Pete says maybe, but that doesn't line up with my son calculations. And Janae's like, yeah, I've just been cheating off your homework this entire time, so why not stop? Why start anything different today?
Janae has brought nothing to the table to help here. No. But like, honestly, I mean, he still gave him general location without giving him the knowledge that he knows. So I can't blame him. Like, you're at the final 6, and one of the 3 people in your group is going to go. So yeah, you've done everything you can do.
All right. Well, Peter's confused. It's time to place an X. And Jeffrey comes in and is like, you guys placed X's in 3 different countries. And none of you are right as far as the actual city. And Janae, say your goodbyes.
Yeah, at this point, it's just a crapshoot, right? It's just like, all right, which one of us is it? Because it could be literally any of us.
Yeah. Well, at least Pete got the right country.
I mean, I'm shocked he even got that. Like, good for him.
It is based on the sun and the Alps. The sun, the Alps, and that river.
So I'm trying to look at the location right here, right? So it's, how do you say the name of this town? La Ljubljana or whatever?
Sure.
So it's based off the yeah. So based off the location of that, right? It would theoretically, yes. I'm trying to think where Janae posted her flag, because being 400 miles off wasn't too bad. And from where Slovenia is to Croatia, like, Rick could have been honestly very close to going home here.
Yeah.
Because Venice is kind of like, it could have been just a matter of miles between Rick and where she dropped hers as well.
Yeah. Well, Rick is to blame. Peter is such a good person. And Janae says Rick deserves to win.
I mean, it's true. Honestly,
she has been cheating off of his homework for the last 6 episodes.
Rick, I would say the 2 strongest people remaining are probably Rick and Allie, right? And they're on 2 different sides. Yeah. Allie has been very good as well. She's very knowledgeable on like all these locations, but we just haven't seen it as much as we've seen Rick. And that's why I get more of a winner vibe from Rick. I still think that Rick is the person to beat.
Yeah. Well, we'll learn about something next week. So, well, guess what? The bus is on a ferry. Oh my God, what's happening? And welcome to Venice. And Jeffrey tells Janae, you put the gone in gondola. And I do have a really quick gondola story for you, Bobby.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I did my European tour my senior year of high school. I went to Germany, Austria, and Italy. And our tour guide, she would tell us about all these places, and I was usually sleeping off a hangover at age 17.
Me too. You're not alone.
From the night before.
You're not alone.
And so she says. So anyway, one of the last places we went to was Venice. Okay. And she had told each place, she told us all these facts and whatever. And, I got it through osmosis, whatever. But anyway, one of the things she said was, whatever you do, don't waste your money on one of those stupid light up gondolas.
Okay.
That they sell at the merch kiosk stands or whatever. So anyway, so it's our last day in Italy. And we're there, and I buy her a light up gondola, and I thanked her for all the information and let her know that I was paying attention the whole time. And she literally started crying.
Really?
Yeah, because she believed, because I bought the stupid light up gondola, that I listened to all of her other nonsense.
Oh my God. So you just got the one thing that you knew would be the opposite of what she was trying to say.
Yes.
And hey, it worked. It made her feel good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she got up. Yeah, she goes, this was the greatest.
Was it good tears, or was it like tears? Or was it tears of like, oh, you asshole? Or was it tears of like just happiness?
Happiness.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, you made her day. Good for you, Johnny.
Yeah, I know.
Look, you're not such a bad guy.
It was all based on a lie.
It was all based on a lie, but at least you caught
Yeah.
the one thing that you knew would do the trick.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, guess what? Jeffrey Dean Morgan, he's no liar. He opens the windows. They can see we're back in Italy. We've gone full circle. And for those of you not paying attention, the most famous bridge in Venice was on the postcard. And they were literally looking at a map of Venice on the game board.
Sick.
Okay, it was not a map of Italy with Venice circled.
No.
So a map of Venice, no one knows.
No, and the lion could have been anything, right? Like it could have literally been anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. This episode really frustrated me watching it. I'm like,
apparently frustrated Janae enough to where she doesn't want to do the exit press.
Yeah, I don't know. We're down to the final 5, and they could literally go back to anywhere now at this point.
Who's to say?
Honestly, like I don't know what it goes down to. If it goes down to a final 3, final 4, hell, maybe the next episode's the last episode. I don't know, but I'm just ready for them to really give us something to play along, because tonight's episode was just nothing we could do at home to play along with.
I'm guessing there's either 8 or 10 episodes, probably 10 episodes. That makes the most sense. So 3 more episodes.
So 3 more. That makes sense. That would make sense.
Yeah.
So maybe we go down to a final 2.
Great.
Just
I don't know. Make them spin around 20 times and guess where they are.
They're just gonna spin a globe, and you have to put your finger there, and whoever's the closest to where it is, that's where you win. You win.
That's actually better than needle through the thread.
It is better than needle through the thread. Nothing is ever going to be worse than needle through the thread. Nothing.
Yes. For those of you that have not watched Millionaire's Secret, that was the final challenge: needle through the thread.
The worst challenge in reality TV show history was on,
and a final challenge to boot.
And literally, we're giving you away everything. It's literally put a needle through a thread. There's no other kicker. There's nothing that's, there's actually a huge twist. No, it's literally put a needle through a thread. Or thread through a needle.
$1 million.
Yes.
Sure. Whatever.
All
right. Well, we got it. All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow with someone, allegedly.
Yeah, we think. Right now, it's still up in the air.
But it's not today.
It's not today. We can guarantee that. Or Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Or Jeffrey Dean Morgan. We can confirm those 2 things. And I almost confirm that next week cannot be as convoluted as this episode.
It can't be. They can't allow it to be, because it's not good TV.
Yeah.
Okay, so right. I'm going to do a quick breakdown of everything we got coming up. So for me, Thursday is going to be a big day. Everybody, we've got our Squid Game coverage that we're going to be doing. I'm going to be on the podcast with who am I on the podcast with? I'm on the podcast with Dan and Lauren Pratt as we break down season 3, the final season of Squid Game. Got a lot of thoughts about that season. We're going to wrap it up as a whole, just one podcast on the whole season, and just wait, because I have some feelings about that. Secondly, Thursday night, everyone's excited about it. We got the premiere of Big Brother for this summer. What is it? Big Brother 27. We're going to get to watch the premiere episode, and I'm going to have Gabe Ortiz on the podcast with me. Survivors, Gabe Ortiz from Survivor 47. And he's going to be on there. He's never watched Big Brother, to my knowledge. He's never watched Big Brother before. So he's going to be a Big Brother virgin coming on the show to watch this with me. And he's going to do a weekly podcast with me talking about Big Brother. And yeah, it should be interesting to show him what the Big Brother world is all about. He's only knows Survivor, so it should be very interesting to get his takes on what this show is and how crazy of a show it can be. And we're hoping to get a special guest for the premiere podcast, still up in the air. But right now it will be Gabe and I immediately following the East Coast airing of the premiere episode. We will go live on Thursday night to break it all down. Johnny, what else do you got going on?
Tomorrow morning, Naked and Afraid. We're at the home stretch. We're almost there. So it'll be me and Trish Walensky talking Naked and Afraid, Last One Standing. And the Snake is back after the Snake on Fox is back. I guess they just finished the podcast just now. They had last week, there was no new episode, so check that out. And then earlier this evening, we had Gabe's Big Move podcast. So lots of stuff going on here on the Reality App Show Network. I'm going to be in Chicago for the rest of the week. I'm excited. A little vacay. And I believe I'll be at a Big Brother premiere party with a bunch of Big Brother people.
Well, there you go. Well, you'll be able to tell us who this mystery house guest isn't because you'll be around a bunch of them. Because that's still very much
the latest rumor is Rupert.
Could you imagine? Rupert in the Big Brother house would be wild. I've heard Parvati. I've heard Rupert. I've heard we thought
Taylor did message me and asked me if I'm in sequester, and I'm like, if I were, I couldn't message you back.
At first, when the rumor was out there that it was Rachel Riley, because Janelle couldn't get a hold of her, I immediately text Rachel. I was like, Rachel, is there something I should know? Never got a text back and so I was like, maybe it's true, and then turns out no, she's not. She was just out of town. Apparently, she's just a bad texter backer.
She's a bad texter backer. So with that, everybody grab yourself a Cameo. Go to cameo.com/Jonny Fairplay, or just go to JonnyFairplay.com. No H and Johnny for links to everything. And follow Bobby Goodsby at Goodsby Bobby on the gram. And with that, we'll see you guys next week.
All right. We'll see you later, guys. Thanks.